Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman on the call. Game one between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. The Rogues making their return to Harry and David Field after an 11-day road trip. And what a way to come back, Rogue Nation. You know what rhymed with Rogue Nation? I just realized this. Salute to bacon. That's the promotion. That's the theme tonight. Salute to bacon, one of the greatest foods on planet Earth. Your Rogues are wearing special bacon-themed jerseys, which fans are invited to bid on during the game. If you have time, come on down to the ballpark. Gates are still open. Enjoy special bacon-themed food at our galley. Bacon hamburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and something very special, tachos. Tater tot nachos. They're going to be a basket of tater tots covered in cheese and bacon bits. Something you do not want to miss. On the field, starting for your Medford Rogues, number 32, the big right-hander from San Jose State, Jaden France. France is 3-0 on the year. He's making his 8th start. Has a 4.41 ERA, 22 strikeouts in 34 2/3 innings pitched. Your Rogues come into this one 1.5 games ahead of the Lincoln Potters for first place in the Great West League at 30-14. The Yuba City Bears on a bit of a skid. They are on a 12-game losing streak. They come into this one at 10-35. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. That's it. No one to report on the pregame injury report. All our players feeling healthy, rearing to go. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Just a few minutes away from first pitch, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, your starting lineups and the beginning of this ball game. Game one between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Hello there, Rogue Nation. Welcome back to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are just a few minutes away from first pitch. We're going to start with your starting lineups. Jaden France on the mound for your Medford Rogues. The batting order that he will face: Yuba City Bears rolling out Josh Winkler to lead things off. Batting second, Kalen Crisosto. Batting third, TJ Dove. Batting fourth, Michael Legier. Batting fifth, Brendan Nelson. Batting sixth, Colin Lawrence. Batting seventh, Dace Asher. Batting eighth, Hayden Horan. And batting ninth, Dalton Bishop. On the opposite side, taking the mound for the Yuba City Bears, Willie Bennett. No information on Willie Bennett just yet. We can tell you that he's appeared in just 2 games so far this year. He has an ERA, well, it's over 15. We'll just leave it at that. He has not started a game yet this season for the Bears, so this will be his first start of the year. Rogues finishing off a 11-day road trip. Finished up in Marysville. They dropped 2 of 3. The previous series, though, they took 2 of 3 from Chico in Chico. So some positives certainly to take from this road trip. Your Rogues in special bacon-themed jerseys tonight. The jerseys are black with bacon strips all over it, white lettering. The logo for the Rogues has bacon strips across the skull instead of the normal bats, and also there's a pig nose on the skull as well. On the front of the jersey, the Rogues logo that is all baconed and pigged out sits in a frying pan. They're really a terrific job by our friends at Cascade Athletic Supply. At OT Sports, rather. The ceremonial first pitches are being thrown out right now. A beautiful afternoon, evening here at Harry and David Field. The final ceremonial first pitch has been thrown. Josh Hogan in his bacon top comes out to home plate to meet with the manager of the Yuba City Bears, Jeremy Gillen. They shake hands, they exchange lineup cards. The umpires today: behind the plate, Alex Chavez. In the field, Jim Richens. The defensive alignment behind Jaden France today for the Rogues. Catching France, Eric Yang. At third base, Josh Verman. At shortstop, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At second base, Davis DeLorfis. And at first base, the Wizard of Gaz, Jake Gazzo. The outfield, the normal battery of Johnny De La Cruz in left, Connor Lowry in center, and Jake Helwig in right. We're going to step away for just a quick second. When we come back, first pitch from Harry and David Field, the first one in over 11 days. It's good to be home. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. the Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes out a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. We're going to take it down to Harry and David Field for a live rendition of our national anthem to kick off this ball game. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Well, we appear to be having some technical difficulties with the on-field microphones. We're going to keep it right here. Game 1 of a 3-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Rogues have a 1.5-game lead on top of the Lincoln Potters. They hold on to that first place spot. The Potters were beating the Portland Pickles by a handy margin last night. And then, in a miraculous feat, the Pickles came back and won 14-13. Your Medford Rogues dropped the final game of a 3-game series to the Marysville Gold Sox by a score of 7-4 last night. But because of the Pickles' comeback, the Potters remain a game and a half back of your Rogues. The Potters don't play tonight. So your Rogues have a chance tonight to take a full 2-game lead over the Lincoln Potters. Your Rogues are heading out onto the field into their positions. Eric Yang and Jaden France having a handshake before they head out and get ready to get this game started.
With some special help to get this game underway.
Jaden France has an ERA of 4.41 in 34 2/3 innings pitched. He has 22 strikeouts and just 16 walks. 3-0 on the year. France coming off a win against the Chico Heat earlier in this prior road trip. In his last outing, France went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, and struck out just 1. Leading things off for the Yuba City Bears, one of their few All-Stars, Josh Winkler, the third baseman for the Bears, from Folsom, California. Batting .323 on the year, 63 hits, 8 doubles, 2 home runs, 29 RBIs, 25 runs scored in 45 games. Winkler has also pitched a full inning over 2 games, has struck out 3 and has walked 3. Winkler, the right-handed batter, steps into the batter's box. And we're ready to get underway. Game 1 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Jaden France kicks the dust off the rubber. He steps on it. And we're ready to get underway. France goes into the windup. The first pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike. First pitch time starting a little late, 6:45 p.m. The 0-1 to Winkler. Fastball catches the inner half. France quickly ahead of the batter, 0-2. Jaden France, one of the harder throwers on the team. He's a big kid. Here's the 0-2. That one misses high. 3 straight fastballs by France. Jaden France, 6'4", 230 pounds. Called Little Jaden by the club. Here's the 1-2. That one fouled back. Count remains 1-2. The team calling Jaden France Lil Jaden to juxtapose Big Jaden, Jaden Hanna, their infielder. Hanna, that one inside, evens the count 2-2. Jaden Hanna, Big Jaden as he's called, stands in at 5'6", 170 pounds. So a bit of wordplay, a bit of fun, a misnomer to say the least. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Winkler, leading things off in the top of the first for the Bears. France goes into the windup. The pitch. That one fouled back up and over the netting and into the parking lot. So Josh Winkler staying alive, fighting back from an 0-2 count. Jaden France trying to put him away. Here's the 2-2. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. Winkler down looking, a terrific off-speed pitch by Jaden France. Tough to pick that up when you see high 80s, low 90s gas being thrown at you, and then you come back with a mid-70s curveball. A terrific pitch by Jaden France. That's the first out of the game. First pitch swinging for Kalen Crisosto. He misses. Strike 1. France goes into the windup. The 0-1 to Crisosto, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Eric Yang behind the plate gives the sign. Jaden France likes what he sees. Goes into his windup. Here's the 0-2 to Crisosto. That one misses high. 1-2 the count to Kalen Crisosto, the shortstop for the Yuba City Bears. Crisosto from Redding, California. Here's the 1-2. That one fouled back off the first base side. Count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first. That one misses in. It was that off-speed pitch. Just missed the inner part of the plate. Evens the count 2-2. France working quickly. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back into the netting. So another battle. This time it's Kalen Crisosto. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the first, no score just yet. Steady breeze rolling in from left field here at Harry and David Field. Fastball just misses. Looked like a little high for home plate umpire Alex Chavez. Count runs full to Kalen Crisosto. Waiting on deck, the 3-hitter TJ Dove. Here's the pitch. That one hit right at the second baseman, Davis DeLorfis, who makes a jumping grab for the second out of the inning.
Batting next for Yuba, TJ Dove.
So that will bring up TJ Dove. Dove, the center fielder for the Bears. Native of Yuba City, California, plays for Yuba College. Doesn't have to travel far in the summer. First pitch to Dove, swung on, fouled back. 2 outs, nobody on, no score here in the top of the first inning. The 0-1, low and away. Count even 1-1 to TJ Dove. That one in there for a strike at the knees. France ahead of TJ Dove. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one fouled back off the first base side and out of play. You're going to hear me say that a lot when the Bears are up to bat, fouled back off the first base side. Jaden France throws so hard. The bats of the Bears are just always going to be a little behind, a little off. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses in the dirt, blocked nicely by Yang. Evens the count 2-2. Nobody on, 2 outs in the top of the first. The windup, the pitch, fastball misses low and away. Runs the count full 3-2 to TJ Dove. Waiting on deck, the second baseman, Michael Legier. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Here in the first, France comes home. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Jaden France here in the first. The Bears go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the first, your Rogues coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the first inning, Jaden France sent the Bears down 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts. Leading things off for your Medford Rogues, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting lineup for your Medford Rogues, Valenzuela-Reese leading things off. Davis DeLorfis batting second. Alex Isola bats third. Eric Yang, the catcher, batting in the cleanup spot. The first pitch to Valenzuela-Reese, swung on, hit to Josh Winkler. The third baseman makes a diving stop. The throw over to first in the dirt, not handled by the first baseman, Dace Asher. It's going to be ruled a base hit. What a terrific effort by Josh Winkler. Made a diving grab on the ball, threw from his knees. The ball bounced 2 or 3 times. It might have beaten Valenzuela-Reese if it had been handled by the first baseman, Dace Asher. Regardless, it will go as an infield hit for Valenzuela Reese. Leadoff man on for the Rogues here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Davis DeLorfis. Clay Valenzuela Reese over at first. DeLorfis first pitch swinging, hits that one high to left field. The left fielder Brandon Nelson is there. Under it, makes the grab. Just like that, one down. So 2 pitches, 2 batters up and down for the Rogues, and that will bring up Alex Isola. Isola from Lincoln, California, one of the 4 position players that were named to the 2017 Great West League All-Star team. First pitch to Isola misses high, ball 1. Throw over to first, Valenzuela Reese back standing. Isola batting .340 on the year. 51 hits, 11 doubles, 6 home runs, 45 RBIs, 21 walks to just 15 strikeouts in 37 games. The 1-0 misses high, ball 2. Two and 0 the count to Alex Isola. 1 on, 1 out. Clay Valenzuela Reese at first here in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-0 to Isola swung on, fouled back into the netting. Count is 2-1 to the catcher. Plays for Utah in his spare time. Teammates with Davis DeLorfis, who hits ahead of him. Waiting on deck, Eric Yang, who had himself quite the series in Marysville. The right-hander Bennett deals. Running on the throw is Valenzuela Reese. He gets in there safely. The throw is over the shortstop's head into center field. Goes the ball into third base. Goes Clay Valenzuela Reese. So a stolen base and advance on the error. Throwing error by the catcher, Dalton Bishop. The Rogues have the lead run just 90 feet from home. The RBI leader of the Great West League at the plate in a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch to Alex Isola. Off speed, misses high, ball 4. So runners at the corners now for Eric Yang. Yang, possibly the hottest hitter for the Rogues right now. Yang had 7 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, and 7 RBIs in the 3 games against the Gold Sox. Clay Valenzuela Reese at third, Alex Isola at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bennett comes home, off speed, misses in, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Eric Yang. Another off speed. That one drops in the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eric Yang. Runners on the corners for the Rogues here in the bottom of the first. 1 out, no score yet. That one hit softly by the pitcher and by the second baseman. Clay Valenzuela Reese comes home. Isola moves over to third. So what I think happened there was a slow roller. I know that much for sure. It was a slow roller. It got under the glove of the pitcher, Willie Bennett. Alex Isola running to second, passed in front of the ball, in front of the second baseman for the Bears, Michael Legier. And Legier just never got a beat on that ball. Goes under his glove into right field. And the Rogues have the first run of the game, an RBI single by Eric Yang. Johnny De La Cruz steps into the batter's box. First pitch to De La Cruz, misses inside, ball 1. Runners still at the corners for the Rogues, still one out. That one swung on and missed, evens the count 1-1. Valenzuela-Reese scoring on the RBI single by Eric Yang. No, rather it'll be ruled an error. Ruled an error on the second baseman. Have to agree with our points keeper BG Gold on that one. Next one misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. No matter how you scored, it's a run for the Rogues. Next one hit up the middle. That is going to be stepped on second for 1. The throw is going to be wide over to first. The second baseman, Michael Legier, trying to turn the double play, failing to do so. Coming home is Alex Isola. Rogues have 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. De La Cruz grounding into the fielder's choice. Won't be ruled an error because you can't assume a double play. Jake Hellwig steps into the batter's box now. First pitch to Hellwig, in there for a strike. Off-speed pitch by Willie Bennett. Bennett using a lot of his curveball early on. 2 outs, runner on first, 2-0, Rogues on top. Running on the play is De La Cruz. The throw is going to be not in time. Second stolen base of the inning for the Medford Rogues. So now another runner in scoring position. Jake Hellwig in a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. That one inside, gets away from the catcher, Dalton Bishop. De La Cruz will head over to third on the passed ball. Not a clean inning so far for the Yuba City Bears. Johnny De La Cruz now at third. Jake Hellwig in a 2-1 count trying to cash him home. Rogues lead 2-0, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Bennett. Swung on, hit softly. That is going to roll foul off the first base side. Hellwig waits on the 2-2. 2 outs, runner on third. Fastball misses just in. Good take by Jake Hellwig. Count now full, 3-2. Hellwig waits on the full count pitch. Here it is from Bennett. That one misses high, ball 4. Second walk of the day for the Rogues, and that will bring up Connor Lowry.
Stepping up to the plate for your Medford Rogues, center fielder Connor Lowry.
Connor Lowry trying to break out of a mid-season slump. Hit a moonshot back in Marysville. When I would be willing to wager over 450 feet. He absolutely crushed that ball. Jake Hellwig taking off on the first pitch. It's low. No throw by Dalton Bishop. Ruled a stolen base. Rogues now have runners on second and third here in the bottom of the first. 2 already across. Connor Lowry waits on the 1-0. That one misses high. 2-0 the count. De La Cruz at third, Hellwig at second, 2-0 to Lowry. That one waved at. Count now 2-1. Anna asking how many stolen bases. We have 3 now in the inning for the Rogues. Here's the 2-1 to Lowry. That one who hit to the left side of the infield. Winkler is there. He picks it up. The throw over to first in time to get Connor Lowry. The Rogues strand two, but get two across. We head to the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-0. Stepping into the batter's box, the second baseman for the Bears, Michael Legier. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Legier is inside, ball one. Rogues stole 3 bases, brought 2 men across in the first. Next pitch swung on, fouled back off the first base side. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 fouled back off the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael Legier. The 1-2 misses high, evens the count 2-2. A absolutely gorgeous evening here at Harry and David Field. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate, strike 3. Jaden France has himself his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Batting next for Yuba City.
That will bring up Brendan Nelson. Nelson batting just .195 on the year. Product of Yuba City, California, plays for Sierra College. First pitch to him in there for a strike, 0-1 to Brendan Nelson. Nelson, the left-handed batter, waits on the 0-1. That one is hit well to left field. Going back is Jake Helwig. That ball is gone. Brendan Nelson jumps all over an 0-1 pitch by Jaden France, hits that one down the right field line just inside the foul pole. It's the first run across for the Bears.
Colin Lawrence stepping up for Yuba City.
That will bring up Colin Lawrence. Lawrence also a left-handed batter. Takes a first pitch outside, ball one. Well, Point Streak says one thing. Using my eyes, Colin Lawrence is definitely in the right-hander's batting box. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Count even 1 apiece. Rogues still lead 2-1. here in the top of the second. 1 out, nobody on. Off speed. Check swing. Did he go around? No, says the field ump, Jim Richens. Count is 2-1. That home run by Brendan Nelson, his first of the year. Here's the 2-1 to Colin Lawrence. That one misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike. The count to Colin Lawrence, the right fielder for the Bears. The 3-1 catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Rogues on top, 2-1. That one fouled back and out of play, out off the first base side. The 3-2. That one misses just low. 1 out walk issued by Jaden France. And that will bring up Dace Asher, the first baseman for the Bears. First pitch swinging by Asher nearly takes Jaden France's head off. The ball sails into center field for a base hit. France did a great job of self-preservation on that one. France ended up on his wallet as he watched that ball roll into center field. Sharply hit by Dace Asher. Bears now have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the second. That will bring up Hayden Horan, the designated hitter. Horan, also a product of Yuba City College, the left-handed batter, making just his second appearance at the plate for the Bears. First pitch to Horan in there for a strike, 0-1. Colin Lawrence at second, Dace Asher at first, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Here's the 0-1 to the left-handed hitting Hayden Horan. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Jaden France comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hayden Horan. That one misses outside. Count 1-2. Jaden France gets the sign he likes from Eric Yang. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses inside. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second. Rogues on top, 2-1. France looks in. Here's the 2-2. That one misses outside. Runs the count full, 3-2 to Hayden Horan. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter, catcher Dalton Bishop. Runners on first and second. Full count to Hayden Horan with 1 out here in the top of the second. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the day for Jaden France. And that will bring up Dalton Bishop. Bishop, playing catcher tonight, listed as a pitcher for the Bears out of Colorado Springs, California, plays for Eastern Arizona University. 6'2", 200 pounds. The right-handed batter waits on the first pitch from France. It's in there for a strike. Colin Lawrence still at second, Dace Asher at first. 2 outs in the top of the second. Rogues on top, 2-1. Jaden France looks back, now comes home. Fastball misses just outside. Evens the count 1-1. Anna, I don't have the exact number of how many home runs have been hit at Harry and David Field. I can tell you it's been a lot, much more in years past. That ball hit down the line, just foul off the third base line. That could have been trouble. Lucky break for Jaden France. The count is 1-2 to Dalton Bishop. Defensive alignment for Jaden France. Behind him, Josh Berman at third, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at short, Davis DeLorfus at second, Jake Gazzo at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on in the bottom of the second. 2-1 the score. Here's the pitch from France. Off speed, hit up the middle, and that is going to be through. They're waving the runner home. Here's the throw at the plate. It is going to be in time. Gets him. A great throw by Connor Lowry. Eric Yang applying the tag. Keeps the Bears off the board. Again. Besides the home run earlier in the inning by Brendan Nelson. A terrific throw by Connor Lowry to Eric Yang gets Colin Lawrence. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 2-1. Jake Gazzo steps into the batter's box, takes a first pitch strike from Willie Bennett. Rogues got 2 in the bottom of the first. The Bears answered with 1 in the second. Solo shot by Brendan Nelson. Next one is high to Gazzo. Evens the count 1-1. The off speed by Bennett drops in for a strike. 1-2 the count to Jake Gazzo. Gazzo from the Redlands, California. Plays for Orange Coast College in his free time. Has 8 hits, 12 runs in 14 games. He's down on strikes to lead off the top of the second, or rather the bottom of the second. First out of the inning. And that will bring up Josh Berman. Josh Berman currently leading the poll for the fan vote on Twitter as who should represent the Medford Rogues in the All-Star, or the Home Run Derby, rather. Berman has 3 home runs in just 32 games. First pitch and off speed by Bennett in there for a strike. It was a strike. Here's the 0-1. That one hit well to right field. Going back is Lawrence. It is going to be gone. Oh, it's off the. No, that's a home run. Yeah, the ball hits the Rogue real estate sign. The Bears playing it like it was off the wall. Josh Berman sends one opposite field over the right fielder Colin Lawrence's head, off the ads, but the ad is above the yellow line that marks where a home run is. 3-1, Rogues on top.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, shortstop Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
First pitch to Clay Valenzuela-Reese in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Next one, that one's hit to left field. Coming on, not going to make the diving play is Brendan Nelson. The ball gets by him. Valenzuela-Reese will coast into second. His second single of the day. So a single and advancing on the fielding error. Valenzuela-Reese out there at second. Valenzuela-Reese singled and scored back in the first. That will bring up Davis DeLorfis. First pitch to DeLorfis, off speed, drops in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Josh Berman showing why he's leading the fan vote for the home run derby. The 0-1 is inside, nearly hits DeLorfis. Looks like he managed to avoid that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Davis DeLorfis. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second. Rogues on top 3-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. That one misses outside. 2-1 to Davis DeLorfis. That one, a squibbed hit up the first base side. The first baseman's going to try and make a play. It's not going to happen. A swinging bunt laid down by Davis DeLorfis. Advancing to third is Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Rogues have runners on the corners for Alex Isola. So that was Josh Berman's 4th home run of the year. Solo shot to right field. Rogues on top 3-1. Jeremy Gillum, the skipper for the Bears, coming out, going to have a conversation with his right-hander. We're going to step away for just a quick second. Runners on the corners for the Rogues in the bottom of the second inning with only 1 out. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I draw that out because Jeremy Gillum's conversation with Willie Bennett is over. We're going to stick around right here. Alex Isola at the plate for the Rogues. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at third. Davis DeLorfis at first. Rogues up 3-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Isola batting .340 on the year, 4th on the team. Valenzuela-Reese and DeLorfis ahead of him. They're on base. The RBI leader of the Great West League takes a first pitch inside, ball 1. Isola, the designated hitter tonight for the Rogues. Eric Yang takes over the catching duties today. The two of them alternate, keeping them both fresh. Both their bats need to be in the lineup. Here's the 1-0. Off speed in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. First and third for the Rogues. 1 out, 1-1 the count to Alex Isola. That one hit through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Clay Valenzuela-Reese comes home. 4-1 the score here in the bottom of the second inning. Alex Isola has himself his 46th RBI of the year.
Batting for your Medford Rogues catcher, Eric Yang.
First pitch to Eric Yang, misses outside, ball 1. Davis DeLorfis at second, Alex Isola at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Rogues on top, 4-1. 4-1. Next one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Eric Yang. Boy, the top of this lineup, so deadly when they're on. Here's the 2-0 to Yang. Off speed, drops in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to Eric Yang. Yang leading the team in batting average, .395. Here's the 2-1. That one fouled back and out of play off the first base side. Evens the count, 2-2. Davis DeLorfis at second, Alex Isola at first. 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Eric Yang. That one hits to right field. The right fielder going back. It is going to be over his head. Davis DeLorfis had to wait to see if that would fall. He's rounding third. He's coming home. No throw. An RBI double by Eric Yang. He continues his hot hitting. The Rogues on top, 5-1. So Yang continuing to hit for the Rogues. Rogues have runners on second and third for Johnny De La Cruz. The right-handed hitting De La Cruz takes a first pitch outside, ball 1. Rogues getting 2 in the first, 3 here in the second, have runners on second and third and only 1 out. That one hit up the middle and is going to be made a great play by the shortstop, Kalen Crisosto. Crisosto ranging over up to the middle of the infield in front of the second base bag, makes the grab, spins, throws, gets De La Cruz. However, Isola comes home on the play. The score is now 6-1. Advancing to third is Eric Yang. De La Cruz has himself an RBI groundout for the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Jake Helwig. Helwig walked and stole a base back in the first. Helwig, first pitch swinging, a huge swing, misses it, 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. That one hit to the right side of the infield. It'll be the first baseman who fields it. The throw to the pitcher is going to be not in time. Eric Yang comes home. Jake Helwig legging out the infield single. And in my opinion, I mean, hindsight's 20/20. It's easy to judge from up here. But the second baseman, Michael Legier, was there. And I think the first baseman, Dace Asher, made the wrong play there, trying to field that ball, make his pitcher, Willie Bennett, try to beat out Jake Hellwig in a foot race. It's an RBI single for Jake Hellwig. Eric Yang comes home. 7-1 the score.
Barry Berg and Steven Stolflu. Congratulations.
That will bring up Connor Lowry. Jake Hellwig at first. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second, Rogues on top 7-1. Hellwig running. No throw. Another stolen base for Jake Hellwig. The ball was low. Here's the 1-0 to Lowry. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Connor Lowry. Here's the 1-1. That one hit well to center field. Coming on is TJ Dove. He will make a diving attempt at it and makes the catch, signaling out the field ump Jim Richens. So Lowry robbed of a base hit. Rogues strand 1 but bring home 5 in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. Rogues on top by that same score, 7-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the third inning. Rogues busted open this ball game in the bottom of the second. They lead 7-1. The leadoff man for the Bears, Josh Winkler, shows bunt, pulls back. It's called strike by Alex Chavez. Jaden France working quickly. The 0-1 in there for a strike. France quickly ahead of the Bears hitter, 0-2. That one misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Winkler. That one misses low, ball 2. RBIs by Alex Isola, Eric Yang, Johnny De La Cruz, and Jake Hellwig. All coming in the second inning have given Jaden France and the Rogues a healthy 6-run lead. Next one misses inside, so the count runs full to Josh Winkler here in the top of the third inning. No one on, no one out. That one hit softly right at France. He jumps, makes the grab. Shovel pass over to Gazzo in time to get Winkler for the first out of the inning.
Stepping up to the plate for Yuba City.
That will bring up Kalen Crisosto. Crisosto lined out to Davis DeLorfis back in the first. DeLorfis making a great jumping grab to retire Crisosto. First pitch outside. One out, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Next one misses low. 2-0 the count to Kalen Crisosto. That one hit high and shallow into right field. Coming on is Hellwig. It will be Lowry making the grab. In front of Hellwig, they exchange a fist bump. Just like that, 2 down in the top of the third. And that will bring up T.J. Dove. Dove struck out back in the first. First pitch swinging, popped it up and foul off the first base side. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the third. Rogues on top, 7-1. Next pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to T.J. Dove. Jaden France working quickly. The 1-2 on the outside corner for a strike. T.J. Dove retired on strikes for the second time today. The 5th strikeout of the day for Jaden France. We head to the bottom of the third. Rogues up big, 7-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Pitching change for the Yuba City Bears. On in relief of Willie Bennett, number 29, Jacob Olafson. Jake Gozo, who I'm just being told it's pronounced Gozo. I've roomed with Jake. He hasn't corrected me. It could be another bee sting incident, Doug. keep your ears and eyes peeled. First pitch to, we'll just say Jake, is low, ball 1. Jacob Olofsson on in relief. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Rogues on top 7-1. Olofsson from Livermore, California, plays for Yuba College. Tall right-hander, 6'5", 210. Has 11 games, has 15 and a third innings pitched. Next pitch to Jake G. Check swing, called strike. So Olofsson has 10 strikeouts and a 3.44 ERA in 15 and 2/3 innings pitched. Here's the 1-1 to Jake G. That one misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jake G. Apparently, we were told by a family member of Jake's that it's pronounced Gozo. However, everyone on the team calls him Gazo. I've called him Gazo. Next one misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jake G. We'll have to get an official word on that from him. Until then, we're left in limbo. Here's the 3-1. That one fouled off the third base side. Runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, Josh Berman, who hit that solo shot back in the second. Got the scoring started in that inning for the Rogues. After that home run, Valenzuela Reese, Davis DeLorfis, Alex Isola, and Eric Yang, the next 4 batters, would all come around to score, thanks to RBIs by Isola, Yang, De La Cruz, and Hellwig. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Jake G. That one inside, it hits him. Off-speed pitch by Olofsson, just got away. Free base for Jake Gazo. And that will bring up Josh Berman. Berman hit a laser opposite field to right field. Bounced off the Rogue Real Estate sign. The Bears playing it like it was off the wall, but there's a row of advertising that is above the yellow line that marks where the outfield wall, quote-unquote, ends and the home run territory begins. 1 on, no one out in the bottom of the third. That one over Berman's head. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 to Josh Berman. That one inside. Berman just barely getting away. So 3 straight balls thrown by Olofsson, very inside. 2-0 the count to Josh Berman. No one out. Jake Gazo at first here in the bottom of the third. That one misses high. So 3 balls and no strikes to Josh Berman. Here's the 3-0. That one in there for a strike. Berman taking all the way. So 3-1 the count to Josh Berman. Jake G at first. That one hit foul out of play off the first base side. Count now full to Josh Berman. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man for the Rogues, Clay Valenzuela Reese. Next one misses low for ball 4. So 2 free bases for the Rogues here to lead off the third inning. And with 2 on, that will bring up Clay Valenzuela Reese.
Medford Rogues, shortstop Clay Valenzuela Reese.
Valenzuela Reese 2 for 2 on the day. Takes a pitch high, ball 1. Valenzuela-Reese shows bunt. It's a great one to the third baseman. Josh Winkler barehands it, no throw. Everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the third. Valenzuela-Reese's third hit of the day.
Stepping up to the plate for your Medford Rogues, second baseman, Davis DeLorphis.
Davis DeLorphis, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored, hits that ball high, not very deep. Coming on is the left fielder, Brendan Nelson, to make the catch. They are going to hold Josh Berman at third. Rather, Jake G as at third. Josh Berman is at second. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. First out of the inning. That will bring up Alex Isola.
Your Rogues designated hitter, Alex Isola.
Bases loaded, 1 out for Isola. That pitch inside, ball 1. One out here in the bottom of the third. Rogues on top, 7-1. That one hit well down the line. It's going to be fair down the third base line. Jake G comes home. Josh Berman comes home. Valenzuela-Reese will be held. It is a ground rule double for Alex Isola. 2 more RBIs in this one for the man from Lincoln.
Nothing. He's at the top of the food chain.
Rogues pouring it on here in the early innings. 9-1 the score now.
Your Rogues catcher, Eric Yang. You okay, buddy?
So second and third for Eric Yang, who already has an RBI double and a run scored in this one. First pitch is outside, ball 1. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Eric Yang. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at third. Alex Isola at second. 1 out here in the the bottom of the third. The 2-0. That one hit high in the infield. The first baseman and the second baseman for the Bears coming over. It'll be the second baseman who makes the catch just inside the foul line for the second out of the inning. So that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz reached on a fielder's choice back in the first, stole a base. It would make it to third, but that'd be as far as he got in the first. Had an RBI ground out in the second. Second and third for the Rogues, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. De La Cruz, first pitch swinging, hits it foul down the third base line. That one misses outside, evens the count 1-1. Rogues sizzling here on Salute to Bacon night. I know. I had to. Here's the 1-1 to Johnny De La Cruz. Hit to the second baseman, fields it on a 2-hop over to first in time to get De La Cruz for the final out of the inning. However, the Rogues get 2 more thanks to the RBI double by Alex Isola. We head to the top of the fourth. Rogues on top, 9-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. It is good to be home. Rogues on top 9-1. Game 1 of a 3-game series, the Rogues returning home from an 11-day road trip. On salute to Bacon Night, Rogues sporting some sizzling jerseys. They're sizzling at the plate. Jaden France sizzling on the mound. Just 1 earned run allowed. 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. First pitch to Michael Legier, the second baseman, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Next one misses outside. Evens the count 1-1. France goes into the windup. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Michael Legier. 4-5-6 for the Bears here in the top of the 4th. Legier, Brendan Nelson, and Colin Lawrence. That one hit well to left field. De La Cruz going back. He's on his horse. He looks up. It's off the wall, off the base of the wall. Legier heading into second. He has himself a stand-up double. Rogues got 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 more in the third on just 4 hits. A lot of walks, a lot of errors, and the hits, when they have come, have been big ones. The biggest, well, certainly the farthest, the solo home run by Josh Berman to lead off the scoring for the Rogues in the second. Couple RBI doubles by Alex Isola and Eric Yang, doing most of the damage for the Rogues. That one hit up over the head of Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the shortstop. They're going to wave Legier home. Throw not going to be made. So the leadoff double comes home, but now they have Brendan Nelson in a pickoff, and they're going to fail. They had him in a pickle, rather, and they're going to fail to tag him. Brendan Nelson in safely. So the single, an RBI single for Brendan Nelson. He has both RBIs for the Bears today. He's at second. Legier comes home. The Bears cash in the leadoff double. 9-2 now, Rogues on top. That will bring up Colin Lawrence. Lawrence walked back in the second and was gunned down at the plate in the second inning. A terrific throw by Connor Lowry. Eric Yang applied the tag. No doubt about it. Easy call for home plate ump Alex Chavez. Brendan Nelson at second. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Rogues lead 9-2. Jaden France working out of the stretch. Looks at second. Now comes home. That one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Eric Yang. It was almost a diving block. Yang had a lunge so far to his right. Nicely done by the catcher. 1 ball and no strikes to Colin Lawrence. The 1-0. Misses low, ball 2. That ball chopped to the second baseman, DeLorphis. He picks it up, throw over to first in time to Jake G. for the first out of the inning. Brendan Nelson advancing on the play.
Batting next for Yuba City, Dace Asher.
That will bring up Dace Asher. Asher singled back in the second. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bears, 9 runs on just 4 hits, and 1 error for the Rogues. Asher, the left-handed batter, waits on the first pitch from France. That one misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Dace Asher. Dace, I assume, has a brother on the team. Dakota Asher listed on the roster for the Bears as well. Next one inside, but swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from France. Fastball hit to Valenzuela-Reese. Bounces off him. The throw over to first is going to be in time to get him. So Valenzuela-Reese didn't field it cleanly, but stuck with it. Gets the out at first. Brendan Nelson does come home. Score now 9-3. RBI ground out for Dace Asher. That will bring up Hayden Horan. First pitch to him, catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. Rogues on top, 9-3. Fastball misses the outside edge. Evens the count 1-1. That one hit to the shortstop, Valenzuela-Reese plays it on the hop. The throw over to first in time to Jake G for the final out of the inning. 2 runs come across. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Rogues on top, 9-3. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rogues lead 9-3. A few housekeeping items for you. The Rogues actually have 9 hits. We have a dot missing out there on the scoreboard. We'll get that fixed shortly. So 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. Alex Isola has absolutely shattered the Medford Rogues RBI record. He had 30, the previous record rather was 35. Alex Isola has 48 so far through 4 innings today. Leading things off for the Rogues, Jake Helwig takes a first pitch outside, ball 1. And lastly, Anna, you asked how many home runs have been hit at Harry and David Field. The Rogues have hit 6. That pitch outside to Helwig, 2-0 the count. The Rogues have hit 6 home runs. Visitors have hit 4. So 10 home runs total here at Harry and David Field so far in this season. The 2-0 is fouled back by Helwig. Helwig leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. 9-3, Rogues on top. Here's the 2-1. Waved at. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogues getting 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 more in the third. Here's the 2-2 count to Jake Helwig. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So that's the first out of the fourth inning for the Rogues. That will bring up Connor Lowry. Lowry, the only Rogue so far today to not reach base.
Your Medford Rogues center fielder, Connor Lowry.
Lowry steps into the right hander's batting box. Takes the first pitch low and outside, ball 1. One out, bottom of the fourth inning. Rogues on top, 9-3. The outfield entirely shadows the infield in sunlight. The 1-0 misses outside. 2-0 the count to Connor Lowry. Here's the 2-0 pitch to the Rogues center fielder. That one hit to the second baseman. Legier is there. Throw over to first in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and that will bring up Jake G. Jake, the center of yet another Rogues controversy. We've been calling him Jake Gazzo the entire season. The team calls him Jake Gazzo or just Gazzo. I've called him Jake Gazzo. I've roomed with him on the road and called him Jake Gazzo. Never been corrected. Today, get word that one of his family members came up and said that the correct pronunciation of his last name is actually Gozo. Jake, certainly a nice enough kid to not correct you. Swings at that first pitch, fouls it back off the third base side. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-1. That one hit down the third base line and foul. Caught by Josh Hogan. Gets a round of applause from the fans here at Harry and David Field. Being treated to a great one here. Rogues on top, 9-3 on salute to Bacon Night. Fans enjoying special bacon-themed items in our galley. The 0-2, foul tipped. Gazzo, or Gozo, Jake, stays alive. This night presented by D&S Harley Davidson. They had a booth outside the stadium where fans could ride a motorcycle simulator, see what it was like to ride a hog. No pun intended. Okay, the pun was intended. Here's the 0-2. That one hit very high in the infield. Legier, the second baseman, is going back. The left fielder coming on. It is Legier who makes the grab for the final out of the fourth. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Rogues lead 9-3. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch by Jaden France, in there for a strike to Dalton Bishop, the 9-hitter for the Bears. Bishop leading off for the Bears in the top of the 5th. Rogues lead 9-3. The 0-1. It's hit softly to the shortstop. Valenzuela-Reese charging. Throw over to first. Going to be not in time. It's off. Rather, the throw is in time, but the throw high for Jake Gozo. Gozo had to hop off the bag just for a quarter of a second, and in that quarter of a second, Dalton Bishop snuck in safely. It'll go as an error on Valenzuela-Reese. Leadoff man aboard for the Bears here in the top of the 5th. That turns the lineup over. Josh Winkler steps up. Here's the first pitch to Winkler. Off speed, drops in there nicely for a strike. Boy, man, Jaden France is throwing those low 90s fastballs, then comes back with a low 70s curveball. There's just nothing you can do. Here's the 0-1 to Josh Winkler. Fastball misses high. Evens the count 1-1. Dalton Bishop at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Rogues lead 9-3. Here's the 1-1. That one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Eric Yang. 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Winkler, the lone all-star for the Yuba City Bears. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. Here's the 2-1. That one misses high. 3-1 the count now to Josh Winkler. That one fouled back off the first base side and out of play. That runs the count full, 3-2. Shadows starting to creep into the infield. Actually, a very impactful shadow being cast right now at Harry and David Field. A tree is casting a rectangular shadow across the middle of the diamond. That one fouled back. Count remains 3-2. So the pitcher's mound is in sunlight. There's a beam of shade, and then there's actually sunlight, and then the batter's box is back in shade. So the ball changing from light to shade 4 different times before it reaches the plate. Not an easy task for these hitters, but Josh Winkler shows why he's an all-star. He hits that through the left side of the field for a base hit. 2 on and no out here in the top of the 5th inning. And that will bring up Kalen Crisosto. First pitch misses outside to Crisosto. 0-1 the count. Rather 1-0. Dalton Bishop at second. Josh Winkler at first. Nobody outs here in the top of the 5th. Rogues trail. Why would I say that? Rogues lead 9-3. Showing bunt, pulling back is Crisosto. It's a called strike. Evens the count 1-1. Dalton Bishop over there at second. Josh Winkler at first. Here's the 1-1 to Kalen Crisosto. That one golfed at foul down the third base line. France ahead of the hitter, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Kalen Crisosto. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Off speed, misses outside. Evens the count 2-2. France comes set, looks back at second, now comes home. That one hit softly to left field. Jake Helwig actually going to take a few steps back, makes the catch. Ball should be deep enough to advance the runner to third. It does. Davis DeLorfis cuts it off at second and holds on to it. So the long fly out by Kalen Crisosto advances Dalton Bishop to third. Rogues still lead 9-3 here in the top of the fifth. The Bears have runners on first and third with 1 out. Eric Yang gesturing to the Rogues infield that they have the runners on the corners with 1 out. Going to play in double play position. See if they can't get the big fella out of this jam with the leadoff man aboard for the Bears. That one skips away from Eric Yang. Coming home on the wild pitch is Dalton Bishop. So the Nat mic might have picked that one up. Some fans cheering right as Jaden France threw that pitch. Very likely caused him to miss throw. Regardless, it's a run home for the Bears. The score is 9-4. Christian Coronado, the pitching coach for the Rogues, coming out to have a chat with his big righty. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the rest of this ball game. Rogues on top, 9-4. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Runner on second for the Bears, 1 out in the top of the fifth. Jaden France delivers a ball that misses just inside to TJ Dove. 1 ball and no strikes to TJ Dove. 1-0 the count. You sure? Rather 2-0 the count. That one fouled back and out of play. Count now 2-1. Dalton Bishop, the leadoff man for the Bears in this inning, reached on an error, would eventually come around to score. Josh Winkler at second, he singled. The 2-1 chopped up the middle. It's going to be by Davis DeLorfis. Connor Lowry bobbles the pickup in center field. That will score Josh Winkler. So another run comes home for the Bears here in the top of the fifth. The score 9-5. Rogues on top.
Batting next for Yuba City, Michael Legier.
That will bring up Michael Legier. First pitch swinging by Legier to third base. A nice play by Josh Berman. Over to Davis DeLorfis at 1. Over to Gozo in time for 2. What a great play by Josh Berman. Sharply hit ball down the third base line. Berman had to go down into a crouch to make the play on that ball. He backhands it, fires it over to DeLorfis for 1. Over to Gozo for 2. Gets Jaden France out of the inning, but not before 2 come across. 9-5 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Rogues on top. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Josh Berman at the plate. First pitch swinging, fouled it back. 0-1, the count. Berman hit that solo shot in the 2nd that sparked a 5-run inning for the Rogues. He would walk and score in the 3rd thanks to the RBI ground rule double by Alex Isola. That one's high, evens the count 1-1. Berman, the right-handed hitter, currently leading the poll in the fan vote for the home run derby for the Rogues. Waits on the 1-1. He checks his swing, didn't go around. Says Alex Chavez. 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Berman. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out here in the bottom of the 5th. Rogues lead 9-5. Thank you all so much for the kind words on the chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining us here for Medford Rogues Baseball. That one fouled back and out of play over the netting. Count remains 2-2. Berman steps back into the batter's box in a 2-2 count. That one misses low. Runs the count full 3-2. Wind blowing a little more strongly now. I'm sure you can hear it on our nap mic. Wind blowing in almost directly in from left field into home plate. The field now completely engulfed in shadows, save for a sliver here and there of sunlight that should dissipate quickly. Full count to Josh Berman to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Jacob Olofsson. That one fouled back into the netting. So remember, Rogues fans, this is game 1 of a 3-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Tomorrow, Fill the Park Friday, our last Fill the Park Friday. Make sure you head to our friends at Mary's Barbecue Place, Bobbio's Pizza, Cascade Athletic Supply, and Morton's Family Dining and Bar to pick up your free tickets to tomorrow night's game. It's just that easy. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Josh Berman. Misses low, ball 4. Berman aboard for the 3rd time in as many chances today. That will turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela Reese. Speaking of reaching all 3 times, he's come up to the plate. Valenzuela-Reese 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 runs scored. Valenzuela-Reese, the record holder for most consecutive games with a hit in Rogues history, with 18. Here's the first pitch. Showing bunt is Valenzuela-Reese. It's a short one. The catcher picks it up to throw to first in time to get him. So Valenzuela-Reese retired for the first time today. However, the sacrifice bunt moves over Josh Berman. So the Rogues now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. That will bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis 1 for 3 on the day, singled and scored back in the 2nd. Here's the first pitch. Nope, a throw over to second. Well, an attempted throw, rather. The middle infielders for the Bears not back. Josh Berman steps back on the bag, now steps off at second base. Here's the first pitch to Davis DeLorfis. Off speed in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. DeLorfis batting .353 on the year, second on the team only to Eric Yang. To be fair, DeLorfis does have more than double the number of at-bats as Eric Yang. That one hit to the shortstop, fielded cleanly by Kalen Crisosto. The throw over to first in time to get DeLorfis. Josh Berman running on the play will advance to third. And that will bring up the RBI leader of the Great West League and the all-time RBI leader in a season, Alex Isola. Isola has 48 RBIs, 3 of them coming here today. Isola has reached all times. He's come up to the bat. 2 for 2, single, a 2 RBI double, and 2 runs scored. First one misses low and away, ball 1. Five runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 9 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. Olofsson comes set. Here's the 1-0 with Berman at third. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Rogues getting 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, none in the fourth. Trying to tack another one on here in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Alex Isola. Josh Berman at third. He led the inning off with a walk. Sacrifice bunt by Clay Valenzuela-Reese and a ground out by DeLorfis has moved him over to third. 2-1 the count to Isola. That one, fastball that catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Isola waits on the 2-2 from Jacob Olofsson. That one misses low and away. Runs the count full, 3-2. Terrific crowd on hand here tonight. Should be a great one tomorrow and Saturday as well. So Friday night, the last Fill the Park Friday here at Harry and David Field. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Alex Isola. That one fouled back and out of play. On Saturday is our Paint the Park Pink event. We are celebrating breast cancer survivors and their family and friends that support them. We're opening up Harry and David Field earlier that day, 10 a.m. for yoga on the field, led by Raza Yoga. Here's the 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third. Isola pokes that one just fair down the first base line. No, they're ruling it foul. I saw white chalk being kicked up when that ball landed. However, the field ump, Jim Richens, who, to be fair, has a much better view on it than I do, rules it foul. So Berman will head back to the third. Isola will head back to the plate. The count still 3-2. Speaking of Paint the Park Pink, the sky out in the distance behind left field, the sun is beginning to set, is a bright pink as it hovers over the mountain range far off in the distance behind left field. A truly beautiful sight at Harry and David Field. The 3-2 pitch hit softly to the second baseman. He fields it, underhand throw to first for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, Rogues strand one. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning, Rogues on top 9-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes out a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We have a pitching change for the Rogues here in the top of the sixth. Connor Konishi on in relief for Jaden France. France went 5 innings, gave up just 3 earned runs, struck out 5. Konishi, the southpaw from La Mesa, California, delivers a first pitch that misses outside to Brendan Nelson. Nelson hits that one up the middle through the legs of Konishi. DeLorfis tried to make a play on it. It'll be ruled a base hit. So Brandon Nelson, the pain in the thorn in the side of the Rogues, or the pain in the keister, didn't decide which idiom I wanted to use there. Whatever you want to call it, Brendan Nelson is aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the sixth. Nelson responsible for 3. Check that, 4 of the 5 Bears runs. That one hit softly to Konishi, hit high in the air, so high that the play at second couldn't be made. He had to wait for that one to come down. Colin Lawrence is retired on the play, of 1-3 putout. Nelson advances to second. Konishi will play for San Jose State next year. He'll be teammates with Jaden France, who he's relieving right now. I'm sure we'll see those two in tandem at San Jose State next year. Dace Asher, the tall first baseman, waits on the first pitch from Konishi, misses low and outside, ball 1. Konishi, making his 6th appearance, has 7 strikeouts in 10 innings. Dace Asher looks at a first pitch, or rather a second pitch, called strike. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 with a runner on second. That one poked through the left side of the field for a base hit. Nelson will be held at third. The Bears have runners on the corners here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. That will bring up Hayden Horan. Horan 0 for 2 on the day. So remember, fans, tomorrow, Fill the Park Friday. Get your free tickets to tomorrow's game just by heading to our friends at Mary's Barbecue Place, Bobby O's Pizza, Cascade Athletic Supply, and Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Showing bunt, pulling back, it's a called strike to Hayden Horan. Runners on the corners, 1 out in the top of the 6th. Rogues lead 5-9. Saturday is our Paint the Park Pink event. We're opening up the field early on Saturday. Next one showing bunt, pulled back, called strike. Konishi quickly ahead of the batter, 0-2. Registration for yoga begins at 9 a.m. Yoga will begin at 10. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout for Connor Konishi. It's his first strikeout of the game, second out of the 6th inning. And that will bring up Dalton Bishop. We're asking for a $5 donation to participate in yoga, or you can pay $12 and receive a free bleacher ticket to that night's game. Yoga mats are also available for an additional $3. The Rogues will be wearing special pink jerseys, which you can bid on during the game. All proceeds from the yoga and the jersey auction will benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Breast Center and Breast Cancer Research. First pitch swinging by Dalton Bishop. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Brendan Nelson at third. Dace Asher at first. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. That one fouled back. Konishi quickly ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left for the Bears in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Rogues lead 9-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogues lead 9-5. Leading things off for the Rogues, Eric Yang. Yang having himself quite a day. Having quite a week. First pitch to Yang, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Yang had an RBI double and scored back in the 2nd, coming off a huge series in Marysville. Here's the 0-1. That one misses inside. Evens the count, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Eric Yang, heart of the lineup for the Rogues here in the 6th. That one chopped to the shortstop, Crisosto. Crisosto lofts it over to first in time to beat Yang by half a step for the first out of the 6th.
Stepping up to the plate for your Medford Rogues.
That will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz reached on a fielder's choice, stole second in the first, grounded out, but scored Alex Isola in the second. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to De La Cruz, misses low, ball 1. Here is the 1-0 to Johnny De La Cruz. That one fouled back and out of play into the parking lot. Evens the count 1-1. So this 3-game series concludes on Saturday, July 22nd. That's Paint the Park Pink Night. You can get your tickets to that event, including yoga, online at medfordrogues.com. That one fouled back and out of play off the first base side. 1-2 the count to Johnny De La Cruz. You can get your tickets to Friday night's game as well online. I'd recommend going to our friends. Pick up your free tickets. Nothing freer than free. The 1-2 skips in the dirt, evens the count 2-2. The Rogues will then have a couple days off for the All-Star break. Johnny De La Cruz, one of the 7 Rogues All-Stars, one of the 7 Rogues All-Star players to make the team. Coach Hogan, Jeff Lyle, and Christian Coronado, the pitching coach, also named to the 2017 All-Star team. That game will be played on Monday, July 24th at Nettleton Stadium in Chico. That one a blooper that is going to be caught by the center fielder T.J. Dove for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Jake Helwig. Jake Helwig walked and stole a base in the first, had an RBI single and scored, an RBI single and stole second base in the second. He is 2 for 3 on the day. The left-handed hitting Helwig waits. That one is low and outside. 1-0 the count. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. Here's the 1-0 to Jake Helwig. Misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Helwig, one of the notable all-star snubs on this Rogues roster, batting .293, 46 hits, 5 doubles, 20 RBIs, 34 runs scored in 42 games. That one misses outside, so 3 balls and no strikes to Jake Helwig. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, no one on. Rogues lead 9-5. That one misses high, so a 4-pitch walk issued by Jacob Olofsson. Helwig aboard for the 3rd time today, and that will bring up Connor Lowry. The catcher, Dalton Bishop, having a conversation with Jacob Olofsson. Josh Hogan throws his hands up in the air like he just doesn't care, giving the signs to Helwig and Connor Lowry. 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third for the Rogues. 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth for the Bears. With 2 outs and a runner on first, Connor Lowry waits on the first offering from Jacob Olofsson. Fastball misses low, ball 1. Helwig takes off for second before the pitch was thrown. The tag applied to Helwig by the shortstop Kalen Crisosto for the final out of the inning. Helwig trying to get a good jump, got too good of a jump, took off before Olofsson had went into the stretch. And that is the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Rogues on top, 9-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford. Right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 7th inning, Rogues on top, 9-5. Pitching change here in the top of the 7th inning. On in relief, the man from Vero Beach, Florida, Scotty Wright, comes on with a 4-run lead for the Rogues. Wright pitching in front of his family, who I know for a fact is here in the crowd. They came up and said hi earlier in the afternoon. If you find yourself at a Rogues game, stop on by, say hi. I love putting a name to the faces that I see, putting a face to the names that I see on the live chat. First pitch by Scotty Wright is low, ball 1 to the leadoff man, Josh Winkler. Swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1. Scotty Wright doing it all for this team. Batting .308 on the year, has a 1.42 ERA and 19 innings pitched. That off speed in there for a strike. 1-2 to Winkler. Must make Coach Hogan's life so much easier having a player you can pinch hit or throw in the bullpen in relief. Wright making his 9th appearance on the mound. That one foul tipped back into the netting. Count remains 1-2. So your Rogues will return after this 3-game series. They will return on July 25th for Christmas in July. Easy way to remember that, July 25th, December 25th. Christmas in July. Next pitch is outside, evens the count 2-2. The Rogues will be wearing special Christmas-themed jerseys. I have taken a sneak peek at them. They are terrific. If you're not following us on social media, Facebook, Medford Rogues Baseball Club, Instagram and Twitter, at Medford Rogues. That ball hit to the shortstop, Valenzuela Reese, picks it up on the ground, throw over to Gozo in time to beat Winkler by half a step. So the Rogues will be wearing special Christmas-themed jerseys. Fans are they're invited to bring canned goods that they can donate to Access here in Medford. Fans will receive $1 off for each canned good they donate when they arrive at the ballpark on Tuesday, July 25th. All proceeds from the jersey auction go to benefit Access in Medford to help feed hungry men, women, and children here in the Rogue Valley. Kalen Crisosto swings and fouls that first pitch back. The 0-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. Great fastball by Scotty Wright, zips that one in there. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-5. Here's the 0-2. Off speed, misses high. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now. That one misses just low. Evens the count 2-2. That ball cued, just rolls foul off the first base line. So Crisosto stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-5 here in the 7th inning. That one misses low, runs the count full to Kalen Crisosto. The 3-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. There's the second out of the 7th inning. First strikeout of the day for Scotty Wright. That will bring up TJ Dove, who was 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts himself. He singled in the 5th. Right-handed batter waits on the first offering from Scotty Wright. Here it is. Fastball, waved at and missed. Scotty Wright blew that one right by TJ Dove. The center fielder for the Doves the center fielder for the Bears waits on the 0-1. Fastball catches the outer edge for a strike. Scotty Wright ahead of TJ Dove, 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-5. Here's the 0-2 from Scotty Wright. Just misses the outer half of the plate. Count 1-2 to TJ Dove. Wright comes set. Here's the 1-2. That one misses low and away. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Rogues jumped out early to a 9-1 lead, but the Bears have clawed their way back. That one hit to right field. That is going to drop for a base hit in front of Jake Helwig. Helwig will hold TJ Dove to a single. 2-out single by TJ Dove will bring up Michael Legier.
Making his way to the plate for Yuba City, Michael Legier.
Legier batting .250 on the year. Just his 15th game for the Bears. 10 runs, few doubles, handful of RBIs, 5 runs scored, 8 strikeouts in 14 games. First pitch off speed in there for a strike to Michael Legier. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Scotty Wright comes set, comes home. Fastball misses high and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Michael Legier. Legier from Santa Clara, California. The 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So Scotty Wright ahead of every batter he's faced so far this inning. He's ahead of Legier, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. That's TJ Dove. Here's the 1-2. Misses inside. Evens the count 2-2. Scotty Wright from Colorado Christian University. 6'2", 195 pounds. Pitching record 1-1 on the year, 1.42 ERA. 30 strikeouts in 19 innings pitched. You can tack on one more to that. Tack on two more. Michael Legier goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning for the Bears. We head to the bottom of the 7th. We're stretching here at Harry and David Field. Rogues on top, 9-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Heroes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch to Connor Lowry of the 7th inning, swung on and missed. Rogues lead 9-5. It'll be Lowry, Jake Gozo, and Josh Berman. Here's the 0-1 to Lowry. That one misses low. Evens the count 1-1. The sun has set here at Harry and David Field. The sky still emanating a light blue. The 1-1. That one hit to center field. The center fielder can't see it. Finally comes on, will make the grab. More tough luck for Connor Lowry, I swear. That kid is the unluckiest player in the Great West League. The center fielder, TJ Dove, threw his hands up, didn't know where it was. By the time he saw it, he realized, oh, the ball's coming right at me. I don't have to move. Makes the catch for the first out of the 7th. That will bring up Jake Gozo, the questionable last name pronunciation. We'll get an official pronunciation on that after this one. First pitch, off speed, drops in there for a strike. No one on, one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-5. Here's the 0-1. That one low and away, evens the count 1-1. Olofsson still on the mound for the Bears. Goes into the windup. The 1-1 pitch hit through the left side of the field for a base hit. Jake Gozo has himself a one-out single.
Stepping up to the plate, your Rogues' third baseman, Josh Berman.
That will bring up Josh Berman. Berman hit a solo shot opposite field to the Rogue real estate sign out there in right. That opened up what would be a 5-run inning for the Rogues. Braden Stutzman is coming in to pinch run for Jake Gozo.
Pinch running Jaden Stutzman.
Gozo getting a round of applause from his teammates there in the Rogues dugout. Braden Stutzman takes his lead from first. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 7th for Josh Berman. Berman batting .247 coming into this one. Steps out of the batter's box, gets the sign from Josh Hogan. Steps back in. Stutzman takes his lead from first, being held on by Dace Asher. Here is the 0-1 to Josh Berman. That one misses high. Evens the count 1-1. Berman 1 for 1. Walked and scored back in the 3rd. Walked in the 5th. His only hit, that home run back in the 2nd. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. With the Rogues wanting none of Jacob Olofsson's curveball. Olofsson's been throwing it a lot. Olofsson, the pitcher for the Bears, has now doubled the number of innings that starter Willie Bennett had thrown. Olofsson, pitching 4 1/3 so far, hits that one high and out of play is Josh Berman. Count now 1-2. Olofsson, not perfect though, giving up 2 earned runs in those 4 1/3 innings. Berman steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Braden Stutzman at first. Pinch running for Jake Gozo, who had a 1-out single just a batter ago. 1-2. Gets away from the catcher, Dalton Bishop. It'll be ruled a stolen base because Berman was taking off on the throw. So the speed of Braden Stutzman gets the Rogues in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th. It's only a 4-run lead. Despite all that craziness in the first 3 innings, the Rogues have been blanked in these last 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Josh Berman. Stutzman at second. Off speed, misses high, evens the count 2-2. Five runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. The full count to Josh Berman. Stutzman at second. Olofsson looks back at second. Time called by Josh Berman. Stutzman dancing out there. The second baseman, Michael Legier, trying to deke Stutzman out. Here's the 3-2. Nope. Olofsson steps off the rubber. No throw. The infielders, again, not over covering the bag. Stutzman back safely. Berman steps back into the batter's box. 3-2 the count. 1 out. Runner on second here in the bottom of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-5. That one is high. Ball 4. Berman reaches base for the 4th time today. That will turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Valenzuela-Reese singled and scored in the 1st, singled and scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and bunted over Josh Berman in the 5th. He is 3 for 3. Conversation going on between the Bears staff and their pitcher. Some action in the Bears bullpen. I don't think it's going to end Olofsson's night just yet. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. Conversation over. Skipper Jeremy Gillum for the Bears will head back into the Bears dugout.
You're going home with
The infielders who were in on the convo back at their positions. They're at double play depth with runners on first and second for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Braden Stutzman at second, Josh Berman at first. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. Rogues lead 9-5. Valenzuela-Reese takes a first pitch low, ball one. Valenzuela-Reese batting .360 on the year. The first 6 batters for the Rogues batting at .300 or above. Here's the 1-0. That one hit. It's going to fall for a base hit into right field. Hogan is waving Stutzman home. The throw is not going to be made. An RBI single delivered by Clay Valenzuela-Reese scores Braden Stutzman from second. Rogues hop into double digits. They now lead 10-5.
Your Medford Rogues, second baseman Davis DeLorphis.
That will bring up Davis DeLorphis. Runners still on first and second, one out in the bottom of the seventh. Berman at second, Valenzuela-Reese at first. The pitch by Olofsson misses outside, ball one. That one hit to the left side of the field, a flare over the shortstop's head for a base hit. Hogan will hold Berman at third. The bases are loaded for the RBI leader of the Great West League and the all-time season leader in Rogues history for RBI, Alex Isola. Valenzuela-Reese at second, Davis DeLorphis at first, his second hit of the day. Alex Isola walked and scored in the first, had an RBI single and scored in the second, had a 2 RBI ground rule double in the third. 2 for 3 on the day. Off speed by Olofsson, drops in there for a strike. 0-1 to Alex Isola. That one skied, just got under it, did Isola. TJ Dove shielding his eyes from the light. They don't see it, it drops! It's going to be ruled a base hit. Coming home is Josh Berman. Boy, tough night for TJ Dove out there in center. He had issue seeing a Connor Lowry fly ball earlier in this inning. This time it bites him. Another RBI for Alex Isola. Scores Josh Berman. Everyone moves up 90 feet, and that will bring up Eric Yang. Was a towering fly ball, dropped, maybe 15 feet in front of TJ Dove, who didn't move a step from his starting position. First pitch is high to Eric Yang. One out, bases loaded in the bottom of the seventh. Rogues on top, 11-5. The 1-0 hit up the middle for a base hit. Eric Yang has himself some more RBIs. Valenzuela-Reese comes home. Davis DeLorphis comes home. A 2 RBI single delivered by Eric Yang. The Rogues adding some insurance runs here in the seventh. The score now 13-5.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz.
So that will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. Runners still on first and second now. The 2 RBI double by Eric Yang scores Davis DeLorfus and Clay Valenzuela-Reese. De La Cruz hits that one to right field. That is going to be a fair ball. It hits the line. A ground rule double. It bounces into the Bears bullpen. Isola will score. Eric Yang has to hold at third. 14-5 now the score. The floodgates opening for the Rogues here in the 7th. So a ground rule double scores Alex Isola. Eric Yang is at third. De La Cruz is at first. That will bring up Jake Helwig. Helwig singled back in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 2. First pitch to Helwig, misses low, ball 1. Johnny De La Cruz at second, Eric Yang at third. 1 out still in the bottom of the 7th, 14-5, Rogues on top. Next one misses high, 2 balls and no strikes to Jake Helwig. That one sky to left field and out of play, foul. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jake Helwig. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th for Jake Helwig. Olofsson comes set, comes home. Fastball hit is well to right field. Going back as the outfielder, he will not make the catch at the warning track. Here comes Eric Yang, here comes De La Cruz. Jake Helwig has a 2 RBI triple. 2 more come home for the Rogues. 16-5 the score now.
What do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula? Wow! If you're hungry for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, eat my honey papa here because he Rogues. What do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula?
So that will bring up Connor Lowry for the 2nd time in the inning. Jake Helwig at third base with a 2 RBI triple. Scores Eric Yang and Johnny De La Cruz. The onslaught continues. Rogues getting extra crispy here in the 7th inning. 7 runs in the 7th inning.
Make some noise for your center fielder, Connor Lowry.
Lowry steps in, still the only Rogue not to reach base today. Helwig at third. First pitch to Lowry is outside, ball 1. The 1-0 misses outside, ball 2. That one misses low. 3 balls and no strikes to Connor Lowry. Here's the 3-0 with Jake Helwig at third. Misses low, ball 4. Connor Lowry has reached base. Runners on the corners for the Rogues. Braden Stutzman, who pinch ran for Jake Gozo, will step up to the batter's box. We will have a pitching change. Jacob Olofsson's night is done. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, Rogues up 16-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Runners on the corners for Braden Stutzman here in the bottom of the 7th. 7 runs already across. 1 out. The new pitcher by Brian Bugarin. It's away. It's a wild pitch. Gets by Dalton Bishop. Coming home is Jake Helwig. So Helwig coming home on the wild pitch. Makes it 17-5. Advancing to second on the play is Connor Lowry. Braden Stutzman waits on the 1-0. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Braden Stutzman. The 1-0 misses, or rather the 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Braden Stutzman. Here's the 2-1. That one hit well to right field. Going back is the right fielder. He will have room. He makes the play at the warning track. Connor Lowry tags and advances to third. Stutzman just barely missed that one. That is the second out of the inning. Connor Lowry, who was at third, led off the beginning of this inning. He flew out to center. That was the first out. Jake Gozo singled. Josh Berman walked. Valenzuela-Reese hit an RBI single to score Stutzman, who pinch ran for Jake Gozo. Davis DeLorfis singled. Alex Isola singled home Berman and Valenzuela-Reese. Eric Yang singled home DeLorfis. De La Cruz singled home Isola and DeLorfis. Helwig singled home De La Cruz and Yang. Connor Lowry's at third. Josh Berman takes the pitch outside. It's 2-0. Holy cow. The 2-0. That one hit over the second baseman's head. In to score comes Connor Lowry. A 9-run inning for the Rogues.
Rogues fans, let's hear it for your shortstop tonight, Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
$18-5, the score now. Valenzuela-Reese takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Josh Berman, the RBI single is at first. Valenzuela-Reese takes the next pitch outside, 2-0. Two outs in the bottom of the 7th. Brian Bugarin, the pitcher. That one is chopped to the shortstop, Crisosto. Crisosto, a throw on the bounce, fielded nicely by Dace Asher over there at first to retire Valenzuela-Reese and end the inning. 12 men, scratch that, 13 men come to the plate for the Rogues in that 9-run 7th inning.
There were 9 runs on 8 hits, 0 errors.
The Rogues lead 18-5. We head to the top of the 8th.
Now it's time for our messages.
You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field, Rogue Nation, top of the 8th inning. Rogues up 18-5. Ryan Carl on in relief. First pitch, a ball. The second one swung on and missed by Brendan Nelson. Count is even 1-1. Rogues scored 9 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Finally came to an end. That ball fouled into the Bears dugout. 1-2 the count. Ryan Carl ahead of Brendan Nelson. Carl into the pitch. That one hit softly to the second baseman. Delorfis picks it up. Underhand throw to Stutzman at first for the first out of the 8th. And that will bring up Colin Lawrence.
Colin Lawrence batting for Yuba City.
Ryan Carl appearing in his 11th game of the season for the Rogues, has a 4.4 ERA, 10 strikeouts in 16 1/3 innings pitched. Lawrence, the right-handed batter, waits on the first offering from Carl. It's in the dirt. Ball 1. 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 18 runs on 17 hits and 2 errors for the Rogues. That ball hit sharply, knocked down by Josh Berman at third base. It'll be a base hit, but Berman saved what easily could have been a double. Instead, it's an infield single for Colin Lawrence with 1 out in the top of the 8th. That will bring up Dace Asher. That one, a called strike at the knees to Dace Asher. Here's the 0-1 from Carl. That one misses low, evens the count 1-1. Ryan Carl, the southpaw out of Medford, Oregon, local here in the Rogue Valley, plays for Pacific University in his free time, 5'9", 170 pounds. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rather, 2 balls and 1 strike, rather, to Dace Asher. The 2-1 hit by a lunging Braden Stutzman into right field. Back-to-back singles for the Bears here in the top of the 8th. That will bring up the designated hitter, Hayden Horan.
Hayden Horan now batting for Yuba City.
Remember, Rogue Nation, tomorrow is our final Fill the Park Friday. Make sure you head to our friends at Mary's Barbecue Place, Bobbio's Pizza, Morton's Family Dining and Bar, remember that's Morton's with 2 R's, or Cascade Athletic Supply to pick up your free tickets to tomorrow night's game. Ryan Carl delivers a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Hayden Horan. Runners on first and second for the Bears here in the top of the 8th. Rogues lead 18-5. Broken bat going to be caught by Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The throw over to second to double up the runner. A broken bat pop fly. Valenzuela-Reese makes the catch on the fly, tosses over to Delorfis covering the bag at second for the final out of the 8th inning. No runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base for the Bears in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues on top, 18-5. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rogues on top, 18-5. Bryce Tilton on pinch hitting for Davis DeLorfis. Count is 0-2, rather 1-1 to Bryce Tilton. That ball hit to the shortstop. Crisosto picks it up over to first. That is the first out of the 8th.
Rogues fans, let's hear it for your designated hitter tonight. Number 24, Alex
That will bring up Alex Isola. Isola 3 for 4 on the day, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs. First pitch is outside to Alex Isola. Here's the 1-0 to the man from Lincoln, California. Hit to the third baseman, and it gets by Josh Winkler. Takes a funny hop. Isola aboard on a base hit.
Rogues fans, let's hear it for your catcher tonight, Eric Yang.
So that will bring up Eric Yang. And boy, the duo of Isola and Yang have been absolutely deadly tonight. Eric Yang, 2 for 5, does have a double, an RBI, rather 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. First pitch by Brian Bugarin is outside, ball 1. Bugarin, right-handed thrower, throws sidearm, just like DJ Wilson for the Rogues. That pitch in their first strike evens the count, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out and 1 on for the Rogues. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eric Yang. 18-5, your Rogues on top here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That one fouled into the berm. Evens the count, 2-2. That one hit well down the left field line. Just foul, says home plate umpire Alex Chavez. So Isola will head back to first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Eric Yang. Rogues on top, 18-5. The right-handed batter waits on the 2-2. Pokes that one just in front of Alex Isola through the left side of the infield. Isola had to stop his run to let the ball pass him and head into right field rather. So another hit for Eric Yang. Alex Isola is at second. Rogues have 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. We have a pinch hitter for Johnny De La Cruz. Caleb Smith coming on as a pinch hitter for De La Cruz. Caleb Smith batting just .217 on the year from Corvallis, Oregon, plays for Lynn Benton Community College. Takes a first pitch low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to the right-handed hitting Caleb Smith. Swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1. Caleb Smith has 5 hits but 7 walks and 9 runs scored in 16 games. That one, check swing, did not go around. Smith held up nicely. 2 balls and 1 strike to Caleb Smith. Alex Isola at second, Eric Yang at first. The sky pitch black here at Harry and David Field. The Rogues lighting up the scoreboard. That one in there for a strike, evens the count 2-2. Smith waits on the 2-2 offering from Brian Bugarin. Off speed, catches the inside part of the plate. Smith down looking.
Rogues fans, could I have your attention? Could Alyssa Nelson please make her way to the merchandise booth? Again, Alyssa
That's the second
Nelson.
out of the inning.
Thank you.
And that will bring up Jake Helwig. Alex Isola at second, Eric Yang at first. Rogues on top 18-5. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count to Jake Helwig. Next pitch misses just low, evens the count 1-1. Two outs, 2 on for Jake Helwig here in the bottom of the 8th. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Helwig batting just .293. I say just because when compared to the likes of De La Cruz, Isola, Valenzuela, Reese, DeLorfus, and Yang, it looks small. Batting .300, of course, is quite fine. That ball inside to Jake Helwig. That one is going to be bounced up the middle for a base hit. Hogan is going to wave Isola home. Jake Helwig has himself another RBI.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, center fielder.
So the hits keep on coming. Rogues will not go down. 19-5 the score now. The Rogues had been 5-5 in their last 10 games. Gotta feel good about this one. First pitch to Connor Lowry in there for a strike. That one misses high. 1-1. Eric Yang at second. Jake Helwig at first. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Connor Lowry. 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom of the 8th. Rogues lead 19-5. That one chopped foul off the third base side. Evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 19-5 the score. Connor Lowry swings and misses for the final out of the 8th. We head to the 9th. Rogues on top, 19-5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
In the bottom of the 8th, we had 1 run.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. On to close this one out. Taylor Frost steps onto the rubber for your Rogues in a 14-run game. Rogues lead 19-5. Coach Josh Hogan not wanting to mess around. Sends out the Great West League All-Star and the all-time saves leader for the Rogues, Taylor Frost, to finish this out. Dalton Bishop, Josh Winkler, and Kalen Crisosto. First pitch from Frost misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0 misses low, 2-0 to Dalton Bishop. Rogues scoring 19 runs on 20 hits. Bishop steps out of the batter's box, calls time, now steps back in. Here's the 2-0. Fastball catches the outer half of the plate, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Frost. Fouled back into the netting. Evens the count, 2-2. That one just missing the outer half of the plate. Runs the count full, 3-2 to Dalton Bishop. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First out of the 9th for Taylor Frost. The numbers on Taylor Frost are nothing short of incredible.
Up for Yuba City.
In 13 2/3 innings pitched, he has 18 strikeouts, just 4 hits allowed, has 8 saves, and has not allowed an earned run. Josh Winkler steps up to bat, with 1 out and no one on in the 9th. First pitch, an off speed, drops in there for Josh Winkler. Winkler 1 for 4 on the day, singled and scored in the 5th. Fastball misses high, evens the count 1-1. The 1-1. Off speed misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Winkler. Waiting on deck, Kalen Crisosto. Remember, Rogue Nation, your Rogues will be back tomorrow night, Game 2. Fill the Park Friday, our last Fill the Park Friday of the year. The 2-1 from Frost, swung on and missed, strike 2. Head to our friends at Mary's Barbecue Place, Bobby O's Pizza, Cascade Athletic Supply, and Morton's Family Dining and Bar to pick up your free tickets, free, F-R-E-E, free tickets to tomorrow night's game. The 2-2 fouled back. Count remains. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 9th inning. Rogues on top big, 19-5. Frost comes set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses away. Runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, that one poked through the right side of the field for a base hit. Hellwig wanted to try and throw out Winkler from first, but Stutzman had his back turned, so no throw. It's a 1-out single for Winkler. And that will bring up Kalen Crisosto. Crisosto is 0 for 4 on the day. Game 2 tomorrow, the 21st. Game 3, Saturday, July 22nd, is our Paint the Park Pink event. We're opening up the field Saturday morning, 10 a.m. for yoga on the field, led by Raza Yoga from Ashland. That ball is hit high, and I mean high, in the infield. Waiting for it is Berman. He will not make the catch. He drops it. The ball bounces. They're going to throw over to second to get Winkler. It is a 5-4 fielder's choice. Josh Berman looking up in the air saying, I had so much time to catch that one. How did I miss it? Him and Valenzuela Reese talking about it, having some good fun. Josh Winkler is out. Kalen Crisosto takes his place. We have 2 out. Here in the top of the 9th, TJ Dove, the last man standing for the Bears. Here's the pitch. In there, first strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to TJ Dove. Called strike on the upper half of the plate. Frosty ahead, 0-2. Runner on first, that's Kalen Crisosto. Rogues 1 strike away from taking game 1 here at Harry and David Field. That one misses high, 1-2 the count. Frost gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. That one fouled back off first base into the parking lot. Count remains 1-2. So Saturday, our Paint the Park Pink event. We're opening up the field, 10 a.m., yoga on the field. Join your Rogues for yoga on the field. Just $5. All proceeds from the yoga benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Foundation. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the home plate umpire. Oh, boy. The pitch looked good anyways. Probably, well, not going to go there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on first here in the top of the 9th. Rogues lead 19-5. Taylor Frost trying to close this one out. Here's the 2-2. Off speed. Called. Strike 3. That's the ball game. Taylor Frost pitches a scoreless 9th in a non-save situation. Your Rogues win 19-5 the final. 5 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 19 runs, 20 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues. We're back tomorrow night, 6:35 p.m. First pitch. You can catch the pregame show 6:25 p.m. right here live on MedfordRogues.com. Again, your final score, the Medford Rogues win 19-5. I'm Jonathan Kerman. You've been listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Sleep well, Rogue Nation. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.